Hey chickies, I hope you're all doing okay out there. Now today we are doing an easy water marble, no pressure at all. Anyone can do this kind of water marble. It is like super duper easy. I really hope you like it. Let's get into it. Starting off with a white base on my nail, and then we're going to be using some liquid latex to protect the skin around my nails. Of course, if you don't have any liquid latex, you can use tape, or you can spend 3.5 hours cleaning up nail polish on your skin. Up to you. Polishes I'm using today for this water marble are from my Pearlescent collection. The blue is called Clear Skies, the white is called Mother Pearls, and the green is called Green Tea Time. Now ordinarily I wouldn't recommend water marbling with Pearlescent polishes because they tend to be quite thin and they tend to dry very quickly on the surface of the water, but for these ones, no, not a problem. And for this type of water marble, also not a problem. I'm also using a black and a white polish just to sort of add a little bit of contrast to the water marble. Now, as you can see, they spread out quite well in the water, which is unusual for a Pearlescent polish because, as I said, they're quite thin and they tend to dry out really fast, so you have to work really quickly. But for the purposes of this water marble, we aren't too worried about anything being super precise, and it doesn't matter if the polish dries really quickly on the surface of the water, although these ones didn't dry as quickly as I thought they might, so I was very pleased. But basically, this type of water marble, when I say no pressure, I mean no pressure to create a like a precise or like exactly the same kind of design. And this is the way I tend to water marble a lot. I tend to overwork or try and work with the design until I get exactly what I want. And that's exactly what this is. Now, as you can see, the one of the polishes, which is actually the Green Tea Time, under this light of my camera looks gold. It's not actually gold, it's actually green, but in the water or on the filming of this, it actually looked quite gold, but so which is really pretty, but it's not actually gold. Anyway, so as you can see, I just created this sort of randomly kind of design what I was trying to go for, and it didn't actually work exactly the way I wanted it to. I was trying to go for like a stony kind of thing, and then I hit the side of my nail with the stick I was using to remove the polish from the surface of the water. But to be honest, a lot of that stuff happens to me. I don't know why. It's not just me. I'm sure it's everybody. But when things like that happen, it doesn't mean you have to throw out the whole thing and start again. It just means you have to think outside the box and do something a little bit different, or just or rather than something a little bit different, you could say you just try and hide your mistakes as best you can. And that's what I tend to do a lot. But because I haven't water marbled in such a long time, only in the last couple of months, it does take a little bit more practice to get back into it. But the general sort of principles with water marble stay the same. I use tap water, as I've said like 1,000 times. I use regular tap water. I put it into a container and it sits around on a shelf for a couple of days after that, just to sort of I'm not even sure I know what the science is behind it, but it tends to work better than just straight water out of the tap. So I don't know if it's got something to do with the fluoride in the water, or I don't know. Anyway, that's it. Of course, I've talked through most of the cleanup, so I apologise for those of you who really enjoy this. For those of you who don't, please skip ahead now. For those of you who do, enjoy. Now I did this on 3 nails, so you want to go ahead and repeat that on however many nails you want to do this water marble design on, and then in a little bit I will show you how I fixed what I thought was wrong with it. Stay tuned. Once your nail art is completely dry, you want to go ahead and seal it all in with your favorite top coat. I am really annoyed with myself because I dragged the polish brush over these nails and smudged them, so yay. Now I did this, and then it was after that I thought, no, I really want to fix that sort of little bit of a nick I did in the first nail, and to do that I added a dot. So it's like, especially with water marble, I tend to fix issues with, oh well, I'll just add a dot to that and nobody will even notice it. So yeah, that's how I did that. I hope you weren't waiting for something really ingenious, because it wasn't ingenious what I did. It was simply adding a dot here and there and everywhere. And that's it for this one. I really hope you liked it. I hope you give it a go, and stay tuned for this collection to be up on my website. That will be up and live very shortly as well. I really hope you give this the water marbling a go if you haven't done it already. It is challenging and hard to do sometimes, but I mean, you really need to not take yourself too seriously and just give it a go. So anyway, thank you so much for watching. Don't forget to subscribe, watch my other videos if you want to, if you're bored and you have nothing else to do. Anyway, thank you so much. I'm going now. Bye.